I was raised here in the South. I grew up watching Drag Race with my mom, actually. I don't even know why I'm crying. I always knew it was okay, my whole family does. Because my great aunt was gay and my dad is an immigrant. I talked with my mom and my dad, like, hey, I don't know if I want to stay. I feel like we stay because, like, we have to. There's like something in us telling to stay and not go. Why go somewhere if you're gonna be accepted? Just stay here and be like, I'm still here. If you hide from it, it's not gonna erase it. It's gonna be here forever.
My name is Quailvarious Brown. I'm from Union City, Tennessee, and I go by they, them. It's a very conservative, small town. It's made up by factories and a lot of cornfields. It doesn't know anything other than traditional nuclear type of lifestyle. I grew up with my grandparents, my brothers. I kind of grew up religious. My uncle's a deacon, but I always felt that I didn't feel safe. I was a very flamboyant person growing up, just naturally. And of course, my skin color. I had to deal with the bullying and the racism and the homophobia from not only, my classmates, but from my family members, especially in middle school and fifth grade. I felt like I didn't have anybody, so I became very reserved. I started writing because I feel like that was the only way for me to get my feelings out. Being queer and being Black, having to deal with things like people wouldn't want to sit by me on the bus. When you feel like you don't have anybody and you don't have anybody to protect you, you live in your mind and be more creative. And when I decided to go to school in Memphis, I think it really pivoted my life significantly. I decided to study journalism and communications. It made me appreciate and find more of a self-love for myself. It allowed me to meet so many people and to discover so many different communities and to get their perspectives. Even if I'm not here, Memphis will always be a home because it's a great city with great people in it. I think it would be very ignorant and dishonest of me to say that Memphis don't have a crime problem, but that's just a symptom of a bigger issue, poverty and military occupation. I think it has to do with anti-Blackness. As a journalist, I have spoke to the mayor of Elaine, Arkansas. She said something that was so profound that it kind of changed my outlook on everything. She said, poverty is profitable. The real war is, it's a class war. In the South, environmental racism has affected these and our communities for generations. South Memphis has always been a place where big companies come and for decades has caused havoc on the community. Elon Musk came in and opened up XAI secretly and having the city sign NDAs. All of that gas and chemicals that is in the air has immediately affected the community. It's a cesspool of cancer and asthma. Even if you go to that area, it smells horrible. You will get a headache. It's really heavy to think about because Black communities and brown communities has constantly been affected. And when we fight back, we are labeled as aggressors. I don't think anybody wants to spend their life continuously fighting. You pretty much don't have any choice. You either do something now and relieve the symptoms of the climate crisis or fascism, or you suffer tremendously. And queer people, Black and brown people will be the first ones and experience the brunt of that violence. I think the South is labeled as a land full of ignorant conservatives and don't realize that the South is so diverse. It's a place where I can see myself, even if I have to look a little harder. I think if I move anywhere else, I won't be able to find that. And I like to know the biggies, but I feel, and from my experience going other places, they're very nice, nasty. And the microaggressions and they would like to have the aesthetic of being progressive and liberal, but their actions never shows. So at least I know who I'm dealing with in the South versus elsewhere. I learned that silence, unfortunately, can be survival, and so is telling stories. And maybe that's what keeps me from fleeing, what keeps me writing. For the South is not all tragedy and specter. It is also full of music and creativity. It lives in the sweet, soulful voice of Johnny Taylor, blaring from backyard speakers, in the smoky aroma of barbecue curling through the streets, and in the laughter of elders smack talking over spades, slapping cars like punctuation marks on stories only they can tell. Here, joy has always been an act of resistance, and choosing to stay, choosing to see the South in all its glory and harm is my way of reclaiming space. Like a queer activist once told me, if our oppressors can have fun, why can't we?